Okay, this is a coaching session number one call, and we're going to be talking in coaching session one about working with the warm market. So, Paul, as far as GPN goes and what happens and how everything works, let me just kind of give you a quick idea of how everything works in terms of, what happens and how we build businesses, how we build your network marketing business and all of that. Would that be okay?
Yes. Definitely.
Okay, cool. So here's what happens. Most of the time in network marketing, people are instructed by well-meaning companies to promote and talk about the business. Trouble with that concept is it's been done for a very long time. Some people who've done it, rather aggressively with people they know, what's historically being called the warm market, they do it so often that they join the NFL club, which often means no friends left, so they have a hard time with, talking to the friends. So today I'm going to cover with you, GPN, the GPN way, how we bring people to a network marketing downline by building relationships first. And then we're going to cover an expanded view of the warm market, and then we're going to talk about an approach to the warm market that's much different than anything you're doing today or most people would be doing today. Does that sound good to you?
Sounds great. Definitely.
Good. Let's rock and roll. Let's make it work. So here's the thing. You saw in the GPN business building plan, which is in the back office once you log to gpncenter.com and GPN Academy, there's the business building plan there. So what basically happens is this, Paul. We bring people into GPN community. And the reason we do it that way is because the majority of people get into network marketing with the purpose and the vision of helping other people. That's what attracts them to network marketing. Unfortunately, the network marketing companies, once they get in, suddenly start saying, it's not about the relationships as much as it's about the company. Tell them about the company, promote the product, tell them about the opportunity, what a great opportunity it is. So people do that. But then think about it, they're talking to people before the people are listening. They're talking about an opportunity before the people are listening. So because most people have the desire to help people, what we did is we reversed the process. We say, let's help people first, because many people are looking for home business, way to make extra money from home. So let's help the people first. Let's see if they're even a good fit for home business. And then let's go ahead and introduce the company at a time that they know, like, and trust us. So it sounds like a better approach, I would say, than trying to promote the business to people that aren't listening. Wouldn't you think?
Absolutely. Yes. That makes good sense.
So, what's that?
It makes good sense, yes.
Exactly. So here's what we do. We help people who are looking for home business, and we'll talk a minute about how to find those people, just by asking them a simple question, would you like help to see if home business would be a good fit for you? And when the people say, yes, I would, we offer to help a free consultation that helps them evaluate and see whether home business would be a good fit. A free consultation, and I know it might be a while back now, but was there something about the free consultation for you personally, Paul, that made you go, wow, these people might really help me, and you got to learn something or got a really good value from that consultation? Do you recall something that sticks out in your mind?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I like the fact that the emphasis is more on the relationship building and using good communication to establish that rapport, but also to connect with the person rather than traditional selling techniques, which I don't know or do very well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And we find that the majority of people are not able to do sales, but the majority of people are able to help people. So that's the reason we approach this. So what happens is people join the GPN community, and we'll talk more in detail about that. They join the community. You welcome them and continue to help them. You've helped them with the free consultation, so that's good. Now you're re-engaging with them. They've joined the community. And you open the conversation by helping them get started in coaching. Now in coaching, when people do not have a company, and I know you do, Paul, so we're not going to go through this today, but when they do not have a company, In session 1, in addition to this warm market conversation we're going to have, they also get help thinking about the right kind of business that would be a good fit for them. And then the GPN coach, the nurture marketing coach, will have the person at the end of the session, providing they don't have a business or looking at a business, reconnect with you between call 1 and call 2, so that that you can tell them what you like about the business, why you recommend it, and the potential that you see for people joining the business. And then at that point, you would just tell them those simple things. No need to pitch them and stranglehold them or any of that. And then, if it makes sense and you like them and they like you, which has already been started to be established, you invite them to join your company. So at that point, by coaching session number 2, the GPN Nurture Marketing Coach helps a person, with that final evaluation enter your company, and now you have a productive person in your downline that you don't have to train. You know they're going to get trained well because we do that training for you, and they're going to be doing the same thing you're doing. So when you're doing this, throughout the whole time you're doing that, you're showing a path, something that's relatively easy to do. We found that the majority of people are able to do this most of the time versus the traditional selling type approach where most of the people cannot do it, which is why there's a 95% plus failure rate, in network marketing. So that's how the person moved from GPN community member to your network marketing downline. Does that make sense to you? Did I explain that well?
Yes, quite well.
Okay, any questions on how that works?
No, just I guess during the process, then they're in a relationship building situation with the coach, right? As they come on board, is that?
Yeah, that's right. In other words, when they come on board, you'll get an email that tells you to welcome them and give you a video with some ideas. You'll welcome them, help them get started with coaching, and then by session 2, you and the coach work with them to make sure your business will be a good fit and help them transition into it. And if for any reason your business is not a good fit, they want a different industry or, whatever reason, who knows what it would be. But if it's not a good fit, then you and your business would move to the member exchange. That person would get, a different business that would be a good fit for them. And then you get another member from the member exchange, which would be a good fit. So you never lose, you always gain. Versus, traditional network marketing where if they don't join your company, they're lost forever. You make no money at all. You see?
I see.
Okay. So you're not ever losing anybody, even if they aren't a good fit. You still get somebody in exchange for the member that you brought in. So it's a really, really tight program, good program in that way. So before we get started with talking about warm market, we're also going to cover how to invite people. So if you go to gpncenter.com and log in, let me know when you're logged in.
Okay, I'm logged in.
Okay, great. And now you see the link that says GPN Academy. It's the 4th link down on the page.
Yes.
Go ahead and click that. And then at the top of GPN Academy, you're now on the GPN Academy homepage. It says, Welcome to the GPN Academy, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then there's a box that says GPN Training. And the 3rd link down under GPN Training says the GPN Business Building Plan. See what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you see where it says View Details. Go ahead and click the View Details link.
Okay.
Okay, and today we're going to be working on page 2 of the document called GPN Pre-Staging Script. It's the 3rd link down under Download the Accompanying Documents. Do you see what I'm talking about?
I do, yes.
Now, if you hold down your Control key or your Command key if you're on Mac and left-click the words GPN Pre-Staging Script, the script will open in a new tab, but the GPN Academy page with the script in it will still be there. So go ahead and give that a shot and let me know if that works for you.
It did, yes, thank you.
Okay, good. So let's go ahead and just set that aside for a minute. I had you open it now because we're going to use it here in a few minutes. But before we do, I wanted to talk about the warm market, and I wanted to really expand the definition of warm market and help you see it in a different way. Now, when you joined your company, did somebody along the way talk about the 3-foot rule, or talk about get a list of 100 people, go in the phone book so you can remember headings about your dentist and your plumber and your doctor and your Indian chief and all those people that you might have ever been in contact with? Did anybody ever suggest that to you?
Yes.
Did you do it?
Not entirely, no.
Okay. Do you think anybody's ever done it?
No, I don't think they.
Okay. Yeah, no, I don't think so either. I've heard that. I've been around this industry since the 70s, and it's been said since the 70s. The 3-foot rule, anybody within 3 feet, talk about your business, and, make a list of 100 people that you know, everybody you know, call them up and tell them about this great opportunity, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
And nobody does it, right?
Yes.
And why don't you think they do it?
Because they don't either remember or they're just not willing to. It's not something they want to do or like to do.
It's not comfortable, right?
Exactly, yes.
So we have a little bit different approach, you see, because it's been done this way for so long and it's failing dismally and it's still being taught to do it this way. We thought, there's got to be a better way. And there is a better way, and we call it natural conversation. So we promote the idea in GPN, in the GPN way that we're talking about here. When it comes to the warm market, we do better listening than talking. Okay? Mm-hmm. And so first of all, who are we listening to? Well, we find that there's basically 3 categories of people who could be quote-unquote warm market. Okay? And by warm market, we're not talking about, your closest family and friends, although they're part of it. We're talking about everybody you encounter in your life. So let's talk about who those people are for a minute. So we have, certainly the people your friends, your family, your business associates, and people you would encounter that way would certainly be people that would be part of your warm market, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Now, also, though, what this previous definition of warm market doesn't really seem to take into consideration is the idea that people you encounter in everyday life could also be part of your warm market, because in some way you have a personal interaction that, in some way builds the know, like, and trust factor. So it's unexpected encounters with people. It's, networking. You go business networking or that kind of thing. Social circles, people just you meet through social activity. And just people that you encounter and you actually have conversation with by living life in general. So, like, for example, I go in every month and have a pedicure. And I know that sounds a little weird for, the manly men of the world, but, I've done that for years. I really enjoy it. And It's fun. So I go in. So I went in this last weekend and talked about, or this woman stopped me as I was going out the door, and she goes, "Hey, I just wanted to know, did somebody give you a pedicure gift, or do you do that on your own?" I said, no, I've been doing it every month for a long time, And so she was just like kind of curious. So just somebody out of the blue I'd encounter, she goes, "Oh, I should have my husband do that. He doesn't think he wouldn't do it. He's, too macho or whatever." But it looked like it's really a good thing. I was like, "Yeah, it's a great thing. Tell him to get in here and do it. It's a good deal." So, those kinds of things are just people that you encounter in your everyday life. Now, in that particular instance, there was no opportunity to talk about a network marketing business, but that's what I mean by people you encounter in your everyday life. It's just odd things. People are attracted to you for some reason. Opens conversation. So just be mindful of that and keep an eye open for them, okay?
Okay.
And so that's the second category of what we might call warm market. Third category would be people you enjoy activities with, like hobbies, sports and related activities, going to events. People go to comedy clubs, plays, nightclubs. Do you do anything like that? Do you have activities you enjoy doing?
Yes, in fact, yes.
Like what? What do you like to do?
Well, sometimes I like ballroom dancing.
Oh, awesome. Great. There you go. Perfect. That's a great one. Good deal. See, I in the past, I'd like to play golf. Now I've moved to the mountains now, and so I don't play golf anywhere near as much as I used to when I lived right by a golf course, but in Phoenix, but nonetheless, activities you enjoy like ballroom dancing or golf. So here's what happens. it's the people you know, the people you encounter, and the people you enjoy activities with are the three categories of warm market that we're looking at today. Okay, so you talk to these people, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what you do now when you're talking to them is you listen. And so you listen in natural conversation for them talking about things such as money issues, job issues. I wish, well, my career, I hate my job, I hate my boss, any of that. Unfulfilled personal desires, dreams, goals. Oh, gosh, I'd sure like to be able to work from anywhere. Oh, gosh, I sure wish I could take that nice vacation. Oh, gosh, I wish I could afford to take the kids to Disneyland, that kind of stuff. And then also listen for people that want luxuries but don't have the money. Like you might hear people go, oh, I'd love to get a new car, but there's no way I can afford it. Or you might hear people say, oh, man, I want to get that new smartphone, whatever it is, but there's no way I can spend $300 to $400 or $500 right now, or a new computer, or a new tablet, or a new TV, or a new anything. So we're listening for those three things: money issues, job-related issues, career issues, unfulfilled personal desires, dreams and goals, and people that want luxuries. Okay? So we're just listening to them to talk about that. And when we hear them talk about it, we ask a simple question. And I'll say it quickly now so you get the picture, and then I'll say it slowly so you can write it down. Okay?
Okay.
So when you hear them talking about these things, you never pitch your business. You never beat them into knowing about your business. You just say, have you ever thought about starting a little home business as a way to resolve that issue or fulfill that desire? But you'll say as a way to, take the kids to Disneyland, or, maybe start a new career over time, or maybe make a few extra dollars from home. You see what I mean? So have you ever thought about starting a little home business as a way to make a few extra dollars from home, if they're talking about money, for example, right?
Yes.
Now, if they say no, that's crap, I'd never do that, blah, 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 it's a scam, blah, blah, blah. Don't say another word. Just say, oh, okay, well, I thought it might be something interesting to you, but that's okay. Good luck to you. Thanks. Goodbye. Like, leave the conversation. Stop it. Get out of it as far as this goes, And so we've disqualified those people immediately. We don't want to work with people that are resistant. We're not going to talk a resistant person into wanting to be in a home-based business, are we? No, right? So we just say, okay, great, goodbye, we're done talking. The conversation moves on to something else. But the majority of people either say, yeah, I've thought about it, but I wouldn't know where to start, or gosh, that would be nice, I'd like that, but, I have no idea what to do or how to make it work. So those people either yes, or they'd like to do it, they're open to the idea, but they're not certain how to do it. Then we say, okay, great. I'm part of a business community that helps people like you and me see if home business would be a good path for them. When I talked to them, I found out that, and then something important you learn, like we just talked about, when I talked to them, would you find it helpful to talk to them too? So we're inviting people, see? We're not, well, let me talk about my business. We're inviting them to see if home business is an option for them. It would be a good fit. And then we're inviting them by saying, would you find it helpful to talk to them too? Does it seem pretty easy to do?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So let me go through it with you again so you can write down the words to say. Now, I'm not suggesting that you say these words just like I'm saying them, but I'm saying write them down so that, you can reflect on them and kind of make your own little sentence. It's like two sentences, basically, in a question, So make it your own, use your own personality, but stay within the ideas that we're talking about, okay?
Okay, sure.
Cool. Now, do you have something to write on?
I do, yes.
Awesome. Okay, great. So when you hear them talk about the money issue, job issue, personal desire, or the wanting luxuries, you'll ask the question, have you ever thought about, let me know when you have that.
Thought about, okay.
Starting a little home business.
Starting a little home business.
As a way to And then just make a note, like parentheses, either resolve the issue or fulfill the desire, end quote.
Resolve the issue or fulfill the desire. Okay.
Okay, if they say no, and you have to write this part down, but just remember, if they say no, end the conversation. There's nothing more to talk about. Or that it's a scam or blah, blah, blah. Just stop talking to them. If they say yes or they're not sure, then we'll say, ready?
Okay.
Then we'll say, I'm part of a business community that helps people like you and me see if home business would be a good path for them or not. Okay, then next sentence, make another paragraph just for ease of learning it. I found out that, and then something important you learned when I talked to them. So I found out that. Now, what did you say you found impactful when you talked in the free consultation to the nurture marketing partner?
I found out that I enjoyed the connection and the relationship aspect.
Okay, you enjoyed the relationship part of things, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so I found out that the relationship building part of home business was really a good fit for me when I talked to them, right?
Oh yeah.
And if you recall other things, you can fill it in there. And then you ask the question, would you find it helpful to talk to them too?
So I'm sorry, say that again.
Okay, so after you say, I found out that, and something important you learned when you talked to your nurture marketing partner, when I talked to them, and then we ask the question as part of the invitation, would you find it helpful to talk to them too?
Okay, find it helpful.
Let's see, put them in a headlock, hard close.
Okay.
Okay, if they say no, I wouldn't be interested in that, I wouldn't find it helpful at all, say, great, if you ever change your mind, let me know. See, no, if there's resistance, don't try to talk them into it. This is where people really have trouble in network marketing. They try to talk resistant people into changing their mind. That's insane. That's crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just you're not going to talk somebody into something. Jeffrey Gitomer is the best salesman in the world. He doesn't try to talk people into anything. It's either obvious to them or it's not.
Okay.
Right?
Point. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
So we only want to talk to people that would find it helpful to have a consultation and to have advice like this. If you don't want it, great. Okay, well, if you ever change your mind, let me know. And you could even ask the follow-up question, well, that's okay. Do you know anybody that might want this kind of help? But I don't. Me, Bill, personally, I don't. If they say no, we're done talking. It's over. I don't want to talk to you anymore. It's all done. You say, we'll talk about something else. I'll be your friend. But, I don't really want to talk anymore about the business if it's something you don't want to talk about, right?
So you wouldn't really ask for a referral then?
No. I mean, me, Bill, I wouldn't. People do, though. Michael Oliver definitely says to do it that way. Michael Oliver, as you likely know, is like a major talent when it comes to selling and network marketing. I don't. If I have resistance, I don't want to play.
Okay.
Because if they know people, they're probably going to know people like them. See, I've learned over the years of doing business that people know people like them. So resistant people will know who, if that's true, resistant people will know.
Yeah, resistant people.
More resistant people. And open, happy, caring people that I want in my network marketing business will know.
Open, caring people.
Yep, exactly. You see, it's just the way it is. I've just learned that. Maybe I'm wrong. So I don't say not ask for referral. I just say if that feels good to you, and you embrace that idea, ask for a referral.
Okay.
You see?
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense. Definitely makes sense. Okay.
Okay. So hang on one second. So we're listening and then we're inviting. Okay? And then for the people that say yes, it would be helpful. Now we go back to the back office. Okay? And from the GPN Academy homepage, there's a link up top that says back office. It's a white house with a red roof. Do you see what I'm talking about there on the GPN Academy homepage again?
I do. Yes. I do.
Yeah, go ahead and click that back office link.
Okay.
And this time click the Building My Business link.
Okay.
And under Building My Business Referral Program is the form you'll fill out to recommend people to the Nurture Marketing Partner call. So this is a person you've listened, you've invited them, they said, yes, I'd like the help. So now we're going to go and send them in as a referral so the Nurture Marketing Partner can call. Okay?
Okay. Very good.
So under Building My Business Referral Program, you see the form that says Add to My Invitation List, right?
Yes.
Okay. So basically that form is really easy to fill out, obviously, first name, last name, phone number, email. We ask for how you know them. You know, are they like a family member? Are they acquaintance? Are they somebody you work with? Did you find them through social media? You know, that sort of thing. Acquaintance would be anybody who doesn't fit any of those other, are they a coworker or a friend? So that helps. And then as far as language goes, always just pick United States English, okay?
Okay.
Now, you see where it says additional notes and there's a box there?
Yes.
Okay, this is where the Nurture Marketing Partner, giving information to the Nurture Marketing Partner really makes the difference in terms of the time to reach the person and the success rate after the Nurture Marketing Partners reach them. So under additional notes, what questions do you ask, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you remember the tab that we had open that had the GPN pre-staging script?
Yes.
Okay, go over to the tab for me now. And go to page 2 of the pre-staging script. Now, we're going to talk about this script next time in a bit more detail, but today we're just going to talk about what's on page 2 and what information needs to go into that additional notes field to help the Nurture Marketing Partner do the best job they can for you. Okay? So you see on page 2, about 25% of the way down the page, it says Go to Back Office Form.
25% of the way down.
Yeah, just right down. It's like the 4th or 5th line down on page 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's the 8th line down, page 2 of that document. It says Go to Back Office Form.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I see.
Yeah, okay. What I'm talking about?
Yeah, there it is.
And so then what you do is you ask these questions. So confirm your information as you're speaking them before you request a consultation. So just, find out, is this the name you like to go by? For example, my full name is not a full name that I go by. The name I go by is Bill, but my full name is Willard. So the IRS and my mortgage company and people I owe money to might call me Willard, but everybody else calls me Bill, and that's who I want to talk to. See, so if a Nurture Marketing Partner were to call and have the wrong name, they would never get a call back from me, see?
Okay.
And some people have different names they like to go by. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then phone number, is this your primary phone? Is it a cell or a landline? And what other number is good to reach you at? Let the Nurture Marketing Partner know. So you just write down these answers to these questions and type them into that field. Primary email address. Some people have an email address they give everybody that they don't really check very often. It's just where all the free stuff they participate in goes. We want the primary address so we can actually reach them. Is this the email that you check for all your most important email messages? Then, having a conversation where we're not grilling people, but, you don't want to be a police detective solving a murder case here, but just kind of talk in a natural conversation way. So, like, for example, where it says, now you said you were looking for a business 6 months from now. Is that right? Or, if you didn't know, say, well, for me, it took me a while to really begin starting a business. And, how long are you thinking about before the time is right to start a business? Make it conversational when you're asking these questions, okay?
Okay.
Cool. So we just go through that, and, some of the things they won't know, we don't want to make them uncomfortable with it, but see if, we can get as much information as possible, because this helps the nurture marketing partner have a better call. 2 things you want to be sure you do. You want to be sure that they know your name, and you want to be sure they know GPN and nurture marketing partner. Okay? So they'll say when they call, when the nurture marketing partners call, they'll say, "Hi, Sam, this is so-and-so from GPN, and your name had referred me to you for requesting some information on home business, so call me back." And so if they don't connect your name with GPN, with nurture marketing partner, they're not going to call back as promptly. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, yeah.
See, and you notice how on page 2, moving into page 3, we talk about, here, my name, again, remember, my name is, GPN is who's going to be calling, nurture marketing partner. All of those things will help us and you make a contact with them quicker. So that would be the information that goes in the additional notes field. Anytime you refer anybody that, you did get from us as a lead or something like that, okay?
Okay.
Any questions on doing that at all?
No, it sounds very good, very straightforward.
Good. And you're welcome to save this on to your hard drive and, go from there with it. So use it whenever you like, print it out, whatever you want to do. So that goes in additional notes. And then the last thing that's really important, where it says choose how you'd like to invite your referral, big capital letters, it says direct request for consultation. You see that?
On the letter, or are you talking about?
No, underneath the additional notes, choose how you'd, I'm sorry, back to the form, add to my invitation list.
Oh, your invitation list, okay.
I'm sorry. Yep.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
Okay, so under additional notes, it says choose how you'd like to invite your referral, right?
Yes.
And then it says direct request for consultation, the first choice right there in big capital letters, right?
Right. Okay.
And you see how the radio button is a color and the other ones are not a color, they're just gray?
Yes.
Yeah, be sure direct request for consultation is highlighted, okay? It's a color. And then hit add referral. And that referral now goes to the nurture marketing partner queue, and it's assigned in 24 to 48 hours. Nurture marketing partner calls up and conducts the consultation and helps the person see and evaluates themselves whether or not they'd be a good fit for GPN.
Oh, very good.
Okay? So that's about how hard it is. And so this week, as our action steps this week, would be to add 5 warm market leads to the nurture marketing partner queue. Okay?
So I have 5 warm leads, right?
Yeah, 5 leads from people that you know, people that you encounter in your everyday life, and or people you enjoy activities with. And again, if you don't go business networking, don't start going business networking. Just do the things you do in your everyday life and listen. The difference is listen for the money issues, job issues, unfulfilled personal desires, or wanting luxuries, and ask the questions.
Okay.
Okay? So now do you want to review? Why don't we go ahead and just kind of review a little bit, make sure you wrote down the information, the invitation information correctly. So do you want to read back to me what you have written down there? And of course you can practice it on your own, but let's just be sure you got that right, okay? So when you hear people with money issues or job issues or unfulfilled personal desires, wanting luxuries they can't afford, what is the question?
Okay. So have you ever thought about starting a little home business as a way to bring in extra money, whatever resolve or fulfill the desire? That's the question. Yeah. Have you ever thought of it?
Have you thought of it? And then, well, I thought of it, but I wouldn't know where to start, or something other than no, we disqualify. But anything yes or I'm confused, wouldn't know how to start. Then
you say I'm great. Well, I'm part of a business community that helps people like you and me to see if home business would be a good path or not. And then I say I found out that the relationship part of, well, for me, the relationship part of building a home-based business was a good fit. Would you find it helpful to talk to them to talk to?
Yeah, or to talk to them too, right?
Or helpful to talk to them too. Yeah, to talk to them.
Yeah. So the second sentence is I found out that, and something important you learn when I talk to them, and so I learned this. Would you find it helpful to learn something too? Is in essence what you're asking. Okay.
Yes. Exactly. Okay.
And then if it's helpful, we go and do the pre-stage lead. We put them into the back office like we just talked about, and you're good to go. So let's see between now and our next meeting, Paul, about getting 5 new leads from any area of the warm market to the GPN Nurture Marketing queue. And again, this can be any area, whatever you personally like. You mentioned you do ballroom dancing. Somebody else might be golfers. Somebody else might be a bowler. Somebody else might go to nightclubs. They like go clubbing on the weekend or something. Any of these work because we're not pitching, we're not listening, we're not ready to pounce on somebody. We're listening to what they say, and if they say something that suggests a home business might be something that would help them, we offer to help them. Okay?
Very good. Okay.
Yeah. The other things that you might find helpful is that if you look through back where we got that script from, the GPN business plan there's a PDF document about the GPN business building plan. You might find it helpful just to read through that, just to kind of learn a little bit more about it, okay? And then next time we meet, we're going to talk about working with pre-staging leads, or taking leads of people we don't know and don't encounter and working with them successfully. Does that sound good?
Sounds excellent, yes.
Good. Any questions on anything we covered today?
Let's see. Well, is there a script somewhere with this particular that you went over today, or is this something that...
No, I just had you write it down. I don't want to do it as a script. I want you to write it down, because now you can make it your own. See, this has to be yourself, you talking. So I don't want you to memorize. I just want you to have a guideline, just what you wrote down, and then just, use it, flow with it naturally in conversation.
Oh, okay. I see.
Okay, so the idea is just you write it down and then just, bring it into your consciousness, just kind of practice it a bunch of times. How would you say that idea? Make it very natural, because again, it's natural conversation, right?
Right, I see.
And then next time when we're working with the market who's not people we encounter or know or, do hobbies with or would do activities with, then we'll get a little bit more formal with it. But for this one, I want you to just write it down and then just flow with it. Use your own words and your own style of speaking to, make this work with people that you know, people you encounter, and people that you enjoy activities with. Okay?
Okay. Very good.
Cool. Is there any other questions at all today?
No, I think I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, good. And thanks for letting us record this, Paul.